Good morning, my dynasty. Welcome back to episode 7 of Vitsu Live. So today, I'm gonna be starting another episode. Why am I talking like that? Okay, bro. I don't know. Because I don't know what to have in these intros. Like, what do I say? What do I start with? Like, okay, I don't know if I should make these videos like, if I should, what's it called? Like, talk about introspective stuff and then sprinkle in like some human nature, or if we should just like what's it called, like proper just talk about introspective stuff, like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. I really want you man's opinion, but like none of you man are commenting, bro. But like it's alright, come on, one day bare people are gonna comment on my posts, like, do you know what I'm saying? But okay, you know what, let's start with the topic. Just a random topic. I think let's try and find a structure. Okay, so let's think of a topic. So the topic I'm thinking of right now is like, so I saw this question which is like, oh no, oh my god, what was the question? It was like, are we running on childhood programming, or like do we make our decisions ourselves? So it's like, do we make decisions based on the programming that we've received in life from parents and like conditioning, right? And I think for the most part you kind of do, actually, because most of the time people develop certain mindsets and certain ways of thinking based on the experiences from being a child, from the way that they've been raised and the way they've been taught to be raised. And because of that, a lot of people tend to make decisions to this day as an adult based on the things that happened to them in their childhood, which is why it's very important to nurture and teach and to raise good habits into children, because this is prime time, right? This is the time where children will learn and they will grab everything in the world. So in this time, like belittling and like really being so harsh on the child will actually make them have a habit in the future. For example, like there's only one thing I can think of. For example, if having high expectations, like, parents having high expectations, for example, let's say like in exams and stuff like that, and like kids in like China with the gakao. I don't know how to say it in Chinese, but I'm not gonna try it. But like, what was it? Like having high expectations on children, and really like from a young age, not allowing them to make their own decisions or to be able to let them flourish and let them be themselves as kids, eventually leads to them, and also like a very difficult pace of being able to see the world, right? They don't see the world in a good way, and it's because of habits from when they were a kid. They might grow up to be like really, really strong perfectionists, and this might lead them to never actually make progress in life, because they think that every single decision in life has to be perfect. And perfectionism is a curse. It's a curse that we place on ourselves because we think that doing everything perfectly will lead to a perfect outcome, but nothing will lead to a perfect outcome. Everything that you do has to start from something, whether it's just by tripping and falling and hurting yourself, and you have to be able to learn from your mistakes. And the only way to do that is by literally just starting and just going for it. Don't think that you have to be perfect. By thinking you're gonna be perfect, or perfectionism, and letting yourself believe that no, everything has to be perfect, this has to be perfect, that has to be perfect, this, that will never let you be able to fall and therefore learn. And I know a lot of people in life do have like a level of perfectionism where they prepare so much, they have like an over preparation, and they get results. Don't get me wrong, these people, they are very dangerous because they achieve so much in life because they have such a strong level of preparation. And the saying, prepare to fail, Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. You know what I mean? And that's also like, it all comes from a level of in their head perfectionism. But I personally don't believe in that, and I believe in being able to. I'm a winger, bro. I'm actually a winger, bro. It's not a good thing, but I'm a winger, bro. Like I'm actually a winger. I love like being a winger. Okay, obviously in some aspects in life you have to obviously prepare, but like bro, I never prepare for a lot of things. For anything that I have a really strong level of self-confidence for, I wouldn't prepare. For example, if you ask me to dance, right, and someone was like, let's prepare a dance for tomorrow, bro, I'm doing it like on the day, bro. I'm learning the choreo on the day, bro. Like I'm not doing it like, I think, well, I'm blessed, and I really like what's it called? I have really strong levels of self-confidence within me to know that like like not to know, but I just wouldn't like do it. Like I think being spontaneous in life is such an important thing, because so many people, like the perfectionism thing, like if you have to let yourself be spontaneous. You can't be consistently like perfectionism, or like having prepared everything, having everything planned out, because nothing in life always goes planned out, right? And you might plan like, oh, I'm gonna get into this uni, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I'm gonna get this job, I'm gonna do this. Bro, none of that's probably gonna happen in that way, bro. The thing is, it might happen in an even better way. You never know. But you gotta be spontaneous, in my opinion, because being able to be adaptable that's a skill in life, like in itself. Being, as much as being like over prepared, or being able to prepare is a skill, being able to adapt on the moment, like like bare spontaneous things can come into your life, yeah, but being able to like quickly adapt to anything, that in itself is also a skill. I think like, I don't know, I think I've just always been a spontaneous person. By spontaneous, I'm not like, oh, if someone asks me for an outing, I'm going, yeah. Like sometimes I can't be asked to leave my house, innit? But like, I'm saying like, instead of, it's like not having everything planned out. Like you don't always need to have everything planned out. You need to be able to let things come to you sometimes, and also be able to trust that things will come to you sometimes, and also like trusting yourself, and just like working towards a certain outcome, which you will know, right? But it's not like having all the pieces figured out. You just know that everything will fit into place, but it's like letting yourself get to that moment in it. It's like you're not really like, oh, this like, just like, all right, we'll see, we'll see, like pop on it, like I don't know. Yeah, like, okay, maybe if I was to talk about like a personal actual thing, yeah, bro. Okay, this is in uni. It was a Sri Lankan event, okay, Sri Lankan society, and one of my friends, she goes weddings. She went to my primary school. I don't know if I should name drop. I'll name drop. Her name's Barity, so she came to uni to visit, to see her friend JL, and then I don't know, but so I saw it on her story, and I was like, oh, you're here, and then she was like, yeah, and then we met up, and then and then I don't really remember the scenery too much, but then like so many like new people like kept coming, like people that we knew, like I knew, and then I would introduce them, and then Barity would get to meet them, and then what was it? She wanted, like, I was like, let's go to the Sri Lankan sock, innit? And she was like, calm, let's go. But if you missed it, like, okay, that's a different story. But like, basically, I got like one group. So the group that we were there, like the group that was where we met, which is called Pearls, is like a bubble tea place in uni. We met there, and then so that group, and then I think like as we were walking back to like the library area or stuff like that, I kept seeing more people. So I was like, do you want to come Sri Lankan? And they were like, come, let's go. And so now I'm introducing more people to this group, innit? But the thing is, a lot of these people don't know each other. So I don't know how this happened, yeah. Like, so this group, these like, there's like I made like 3 independent groups. These people don't know each other, but at the end of the day, they all knew each other, and they all hopefully all became friends. And I'm pretty sure they all made and became really good friends. But that was all just from one event and me meeting one friend. And I was like, let's just go to an event. And I think like one of my favorite memories in uni was when I was able to so there's a place in uni called McCree, right? So in McCree, I had to take care of something else, so I left McCree. But in that room were like 10 different people, but they're all different people. So like some of them know each other, some of them don't know each other, some of them are getting to know each other, and like it was just so weird to see. It was like really cool to see because like I'm introducing people to people in it. It was an interesting moment. But it was one of my favorite moments in uni. And eventually we went to Sri Lankan sock. I'm pretty sure, I hope Barty had a good day, Andrea. But yeah, I don't know. I think like, okay, maybe it is something bad that I do introduce. Maybe it is my fault. Like sometimes I do maybe introduce people and like kind of drag people together. Because I think it's easier for me to, if I know one person and I know another person, I don't like to just sit there. So like if I meet someone I know and I'm with someone and they don't know each other, I don't like to just talk to the person. What I do is like introduce the person and I let them talk to them as well. So now they've made a connection and they've made friends, right? Or like they know of each other. And like I think that's something I like to do, because I don't really, basically whenever I see something that whenever I see something that I respect in someone, or like something I think is really cool, I try to implement it into myself. So for example, if I was walking somewhere and like someone didn't open a door or something, I would take a mental note and I would be like, okay, you know what, next time I walk through this door, I'll open the door for someone else. Like that's what I say to myself, and that's just the way I think about it. And so I don't know. It's just something I thought. And yeah, I think being spontaneous, like being able to, because like I had to handle like 5 different like groups of people that day, and I was able to merge them all together. And then even after the event, I had to my another friend group, which I'm really grateful for, that I introduced Barity to, and she got really along with them. I hope, I know it was a lot on her that day, because I had to, she was getting introduced to like 50 people that day. Okay, not 50, but like that would have been overstimulating. But I'm sorry, but I don't know, on my end it was just like I was trying to handle people everywhere, because then even though Barity came, I had to do something else. Like I had to make, so I was drawing a logo. Actually, I was doing a logo for a friend, and that was like the only day that I could have seen him, because other than that I wouldn't see him for a while or something. So then it was like kind of like an appointment. So even on that day I was like, oh, I have to do this. And then I left her, not left her as in like I entrusted her to friends that she already knew. And like I don't know, it was not good. But like I don't know, bro. We'll find out. This Vitu Live is not even a Vitu Live, bro. I'm not even talking about like anything introspective. Like my the whole thing's about being introspective, bro. Let me talk about something like actually mind introspective, okay? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Does spending time alone help us? What's the freaking question, bro? Heal us, or does it make us too comfortable with our own flaws? That's a very good question. Okay, so you know how people say like, oh, time heals everything. I don't know if that's true, I don't know if time actually heals everything. I think time teaches you to eventually come to terms with your ways of your mistakes and your way of life. It wouldn't heal you, because I don't think time will heal you. I mean, eventually you'll heal yourself, and you'll eventually realize your own mistakes, and you'll realize your own faults, and that will eventually heal you. I don't think that a lot of people understand that. They hold on to mistakes and things they've done in the past, and they hold on to that so dearly to this day, and they don't let themselves grow as a person, and they don't believe that they are deserving of forgiveness or deserving of freedom or like liberty in a sense, for moving forward and moving on with their life. And I know in life, it's very difficult, because sometimes we make mistakes that even we like believe to be so like horrible, and like I know I've made mistakes in past that I really struggled to grow from, but I think like I used that time specifically for me, and I was like, I think I let myself grow, I let myself heal, and I really poured so much energy into myself that I wanted to be a new person, and I changed my way of living by introducing myself to new things. Like for me, I got closer to spirituality and like a sense of self, and I started like realizing like detachment and stuff like that. Like I really got into that stuff, and not even that, like I just started to see myself more, and I started to realize myself more, and I started to work on myself more. On episode 4 I was talking about shadow work, and a lot of people don't know what shadow work is. I mean, obviously I'd want a shameless plug and be like, go back to episode 4, but like shadow work is basically just, everyone has a shadow inside of them, and this can be like childhood conditioning, like what we were talking about earlier in this video. Like it could be those things that what's preventing you from being yourself, like what's preventing you, or like whenever you get angry, that's not you getting angry, that's like your shadow getting angry. And you need to realize your shadow is not you, but like a darker, not darker, it's like a part of your soul that you need to understand for you to like kind of grow as an individual. But back to this time healers. I don't think time heals you, but I believe that time eventually helps us become one with ourselves and realize our own worth, if you let it, which we'll get into. And I think the only way to kind of do that is to forgive yourself. Sometimes we all make mistakes, but you have to be able to forgive yourself, and to be also like let yourself make mistakes, but learn from them, go forward, grow from them, and don't just don't push yourself down. Don't let that be what stops you from being or growing further in life, because obviously a mistake in life, it can cost you a lot of things, but the worst thing it can cost you is yourself, and you don't want to lose yourself in this world, because once you lose yourself, you lose everything, because you're the most valuable thing in this entire like plane of existence. And so losing yourself, that will eventually make you lose your whole like sense of touch of reality. And I feel like a lot of people in life, they don't let themselves grow. They hold on to their past, and they think like that mistake defines who they are. It does not define who you are. For anyone who is still holding on to their mistakes, I'm sorry for what you have done. But if you can clearly and respectfully and truthfully regret and feel sorry and be able to actually feel remorse for what you've done, sometimes in life the best way to make it up for it is to actually be a better person, to become better. And that in itself is a way of seeking forgiveness. But the best way to forgive someone is to forgive yourself if you've made a mistake in life. You can't always expect yourself to hold yourself accountable in senses where just because you did something so long ago, you keep that and you don't let yourself move forward. Forgive yourself and let yourself move forward. There's so much for you to do in life, and you shouldn't keep holding on to the mistakes you've made. Let go of the past, because whatever you did in the past, you can't change. And it's like the Kung Fu Panda 2 thing, innit? It was like, the past may not have been very good, but the future is what I don't remember the quote, but like whatever you decide to do from now on, that is what defines your character. That is what defines who you are. So don't let yourself be put down by your past. Don't let your past define who you are. Let your present, let your future, let who you are right now define and make yourself become someone redeemable in your own ways. So for anyone who's still holding on to their past mistakes, forgive yourself, man, and let yourself be free. You don't deserve to still hold on to these shackles. You deserve to also move forward and make amends and become better. And maybe one day you'll be able to do something that someone can be proud of you for. And your mistakes, while they were wrong, I'm sure sometimes in life you can do things that will help you and help others. So let go of your past and make a new decision to be better. Okay, what is the topic 2? How many minutes do I have in this video? Mr. Sundaram. bro, Shah Rukh Khan in Chennai Express. Bro, Chennai Express has to be the funniest movie, like Bollywood film I've ever seen in my life. Bro, no, I can't even do it, bro. Like, it's actually too funny, bro, in my opinion. But like, nah. Okay, let's see. What's another topic? Topic of the day. Okay, do we seek validation from others because we secretly despise our own opinions? Ooh, what the hell does that even mean, bro? Why do we need someone to validate us? You know what I'm saying, bro? Why do we need other people to tell us who we are, bro? Tell yourself things, bro. If you're not gonna tell yourself things, people are not gonna tell you. I don't know what episode this was. This was like episode... This was an episode. I've already done an episode on this. Go watch that episode. Anyways. Wait. Let me get a different question then. Oh my god. Wait. Well, I just saw a really good question. So, if you could never, like, if your achievements and everything were like, then thinking it, what would convince people of your value? Honor thyself. The most important person, the most respectful person, the most valued person in this world is you. No one in this world will have the same level of value and respect and strength and perseverance. Nah, bro, this nose making my nose look fat, fam. Bro, basically, yeah, I was told that my nose is bare fat, innit? And like, I used to be bare self-conscious, thinking like, oh my god, I got a fat nose. And you know, growing up, I wanted to be an actor. So my parents were like, not my parents, like I was told like, bro, you know, like people with fat noses, they don't become actors. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna become an actor, and I'm gonna like, people are gonna see me on billboards. So then one day, people with fat noses, even they can look up to me and they'll be like, oh my god, Bitty made it, so that means I can make it. So then like I was like a symbol for people. That's what I wanted to do. And then like, I'm really grateful, but I've been told that my nose is like a very good shape, or like it's very nice. I'm blessed and I'm very grateful. But growing up, I never believed that, because of the way that people spoke to me, and things I was told as a child. So this is why I mean, honor thyself, okay? Honor yourself, because no one is going to do that for you. Sometimes in life, when you can honor yourself, maybe the world will honor you, but that's only if you honor yourself. Because a lot of things in life, respect, value, honor, stuff like this, when you can give it to yourself, even love, right? When you can give it to yourself, you will receive it from the world or from outside, but that's only because you're able and willing to give it to yourself. And a lot of people, they don't honor themselves, they don't respect themselves, they don't love themselves, and they put themselves down, and they let other people put themselves down. Like, just because someone told you that you got a fat nose doesn't mean that you have a fat nose, and it's something that you gotta be self-conscious about. Like, if I let myself be self-conscious, I was a kid, right? If I let that get into my head as much as it did as a kid, well, it was like 60% in my head, like 50% maybe. Like, the other half was like, I was like, nah, man's a big man, don't worry about me, like, bro, I'm gonna make it big as a person. That was my mindset, and I wanted to like, what's it called? I wanted to honor myself. And I think, like, the thing is, like, I never let myself have insecurities. I always told myself that having insecurities would only drain me. Like, the thing is, insecurities come from a lack of self-acceptance, which comes from something that you've been told. No one is born with insecurities. No one is born thinking, broski, I'm skinny. No one is born thinking, bro, I'm fat. No one's thinking that. No one's born like that, right? No one is thinking that. It's when other people tell you, and then you tell yourself, that's when it hurts. That's when it gets into your mind. That's where the problem is. And the thing is, when you tell yourself things that other people tell you, that's where you lose, bro. That's where it ends. That's where the game stops. Because when you let yourself, and when you tell yourself the same bad things that other people tell you, that's where you lose, bro. And that's the thing, you shouldn't. And it's easier said than done, 100%, right? 100%, it's easier said than done. Like, if people are telling you that you're not good enough, you're not worth it in things, yeah? And eventually you're gonna start thinking it's true, because eventually you'll start believing in it. And if you start believing in it, you'll start to find reasons. Like, everything that you do, you might, like, fall over and you'll think, like, oh, bro, I fell over because I'm not worth it. Like, no, bro, don't let it get into your head. Don't. That's not funny. Anyways, don't let it get into your head, okay? Because when you tell yourself anything in this world, always tell yourself good things. That's my thing in it. That's what my bad. That's my motto kind of thing. Cause, like, I'm telling you, whenever you talk about yourself, always talk to yourself in a good way. Never let the way other people, that anything that emotionally hurts, don't let that way of thinking get into your head, and don't say it to yourself. Always talk naturally and positively about yourself, even if you can't see it right now. For example, even if, you know, you don't have a job right now, but you'll be like, yo, my job is yet to come, you know, I'm working for it, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Obviously, you gotta tell yourself good things, but you also gotta be, like, working for something if you're working for something. But you also gotta be telling yourself good things if you're just on a natural thing, innit? Like, why would you just talk bad about your looks, or, like, the way you've achieved something? You know, if you worked so hard on an edit, don't be like, oh, I know this edit was so bad. Nah, bro, praise yourself, and be like, yo, this edit was so good, or, like, I tried my best, or I did something I'm really proud of. Like, tell yourself good things. These good things, they plant seeds in your mind, and they help you believe in it. And the more you believe in the good things you've done in life, and the more you believe in yourself, yeah, the more people will believe in you, and the better things just, like, come into your life, bro. I'm telling you, always talk to yourself in a good way, bro. I don't know how to freaking, bro. Always chat to yourself in a good manner. Okay. With that, I'm gonna end episode 7. I hope you, man, enjoyed. I don't know how to outro this either, bro. Oh my god. Okay, I'll catch you next week Sunday, innit? But anyway, good luck, take care. Bro, I need to have, like, some kind of I need to have an outro. Okay. Peace and love, my dynasty. I love my dynasty, innit? Bro, dynasty, bro, it's actually a cold nickname. I don't know, that's the name of my that's the name of my kingdom, okay? A dynasty. So, you know, if you're willing to join my dynasty, you know, that's what I'm trying to say, innit? But, like, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. That was episode 7. I'll catch you in the next one.